Hello, world. Welcome to Rex Arthur TV. This is the Rex Arthur Show where we discuss LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ approach and an LGBTQ perspective in an LGBTQ plus planet. And where each and every one of us belongs to one or two letters in the sexual alphabet, the LGBTQ double QIAAP. And today we want to, of course, it's like late news, but we're going to do it. We are going to look at the LGBTQ persons that won at the Grammy Awards that took place last week. And I was a bit offline for most of last week, so I couldn't be able to do this video. But nonetheless, better late than never, and we've done it. Now, we are discussing these women, mostly women. I wish Troye Sivan had won. Troye Sivan is a very nice guy. I think he's going to win in the Oscars. Yeah, he has a very nice song, Revelation. It's so beautiful. And he has very many nice songs. I love his voice. And of course, Sam Smith being gay, also a great musician. But today it seems, or this year, LGBTQ women won, and we are very happy. So we want to go through this article. And it is Brandy Carlisle, Lady Gaga, Saint Vincent, and Janelle Monáe were among those who performed or were honored at the awards event. Congratulations to Brandy, Lady Gaga, Saint Vincent, and Janelle for being honored and for performing at the Grammys. And look at that beautiful picture of Brandy and her wife, Catherine Shepard, backstage at the 61st Annual Grammy Awards. Congratulations. This is what I'm talking about. The fruits of the LGBTQ community fighting for their rights, Stonewall, from Stonewall till now, they got their rights when gay marriage was allowed, and not only gay marriage, the decriminalization of homosexuality and other sexual practices that are practiced by the LGBTQ community. So we're very happy for them. And yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, people need to understand, why does the LGBT community use rainbow? We use a rainbow because it shows diversity, difference. And the rainbow is the most natural. And when I'm going to do the scientific video about the rainbow, oh my goodness, it's unbelievable. Because do you know, it is really beautiful that the rainbow is made up of those colors. When you study the science behind the rainbow, the wavelength science, oh my goodness, you will collapse. It's just like sound. Sound is no different from light. The rainbow is a product of light. And sound also has a rainbow, because high sounds tend to be color purple. They get purple as you go high. And low sounds tend to become red. That's why the rainbow starts with the longest wavelength, which is red. Red color has the longest wavelength. And violet has the shortest wavelength. Now, that is in light, in the science of light. But in the science of sound, low sounds are very red. They are red. And then the violet sounds are very high, like that. That's just, I'm a man, so that's my highest I can go. But for Mariah Carey, she's a singer who reaches the highest note ever in the world. And when you listen to her highest note, it sounds like, it's so silent. It's because the vibrations are so fast. They are very violet, because violet color is the shortest wavelength, meaning it has very many vibrations or cycles in 1 second. Even when in music, when you study music, when you're taught to sing high notes, you don't put a lot of pressure. Like if you want to sing high, you see, That's almost screaming. But all you do is just relax yourself. It's air. I'm not pushing it. I've just opened, and the little air comes, and the chords get shrink, and because the air now is the between the vocal cords, they are now tightened. The the what do you call it? The air, the sound becomes very high because the tight space between the vocal cords that pinch the sound. They pinch the sound. And I was laughing because that's what even happens when you make a fart, you know? High farts, high sound pitched farts are because of the anus being very small. Even when you whistle, because when you whistle, it's a very small hole. When the whistle is high, it has to be very small so that the air, because the smaller it is, the higher, the more the pressure, and the faster it travels. So that's why it sounds high. But when it is low, it you need to open the mouth wider. So the same with the anus. When you fart and it makes a sound, very sharp sound, it's because the anus is tiny. The space, the air space where the anus is releasing. But when it's big, the fart is loud. You see, because it's open. So that's now in sound. High sounds are close to color violet in light, and then low sounds are related to color red. It's beautiful. So the rainbow is everywhere. Diversity is everywhere. That's the secret of diversity. When you understand the rainbow, you understand everything. That's what I tell Christians. Christians think that the LGBT community stole the rainbow because it was God's. No, there's no stealing. It's the fact. The rainbow belongs to the LGBTQ. It belongs to all of us. First of all of us. That's why I say we're in an LGBTQ plus planet. We are diverse. Rainbow is also found in languages. Not all languages are the same. Rainbow is found in economics. Not everybody is rich. Rainbow is also found in academics. Not everybody is clever. Yes, some people are sharper than others. It's a fact. And not everybody is in every area, even in building, even songs. You see why do you have Grammy Awards? Because there's a rainbow in musicians. There are some musicians who sing so well. They are just so good. You honor them. Then there are other musicians who they really don't sing well, but you give them space. You see, that's why we're building this world of freedom. Let everybody be. Yes. And you choose whichever person you want. Some people don't like Lady Gaga at all. Yes, it's a fact. And she cannot force them to like her. She's going to spend time to be with who likes her, And that's why why musicians have concerts? They want their fans to come, those that like them. Yes, that's all. She's not inviting people who don't like her. I mean, even if you know she's having a concert, you want to go, you don't like her. And she's not bothered. She's going to perform for those who like her. So that's life. Not everybody's going to like you. And it's like colors. Not everybody likes the same color. Yes. So when you let me finish here, small bit. When you understand the rainbow, you've understood the whole world. Everything in science, everything. It's light. You see? It is what was I trying to say? That's why there's nothing like good or bad. Bifurcation is not scientific. Bifurcation is a creation of conflict. People are supposed to fight each other. Yes, that is bifurcation. But And there are some religions that rely on bifurcation, that they are good people and they are bad people. There are those who belong to God, those who belong to Satan. That's bifurcation. But there are religions like Hinduism, there is no bifurcation. People are just people. Some people are very tough, others are very soft. So that is diversity of characters, diversity of personalities, rainbow personalities, diverse personalities. So, when we come out, we need to come out of the bifurcation. That's why we are reforming religion, so that people do not, they do not have this belief that if you're LGBTQ, you're bad. If you're a prostitute, you're bad. No, that's not it. A prostitute is a prostitute. An LGBTQ person is an LGBTQ person. And those people can worship God. Yes. They can even have a relationship with God. So don't... And they can even choose not to believe in God. You know, everybody's free. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you've understood the rainbow, you will understand freedom. And then you'll also understand life. Because life is like that. Life, people will fight. Yes, it's part of life. It's part of life. People fight. Yes, no more. You know, people like believing in Mary Poppins life. No, as long as we are diverse, we will have divisions. That's the paradox. Oh my God, I'm getting too philosophical. Let's stop there. I'll talk about that later on. Okay, let's go on. Oh, no, that was too much. Okay, so the LGBTQ artist dominated Sunday night's 61st Grammy Awards with history-making wins. History-making, very weird English. I would have said historic wins, but history-making wins. They made history. Okay. And a number of memorable performances. Wonderful. Look at this statement by Gwen. LGBTQ artist dominated. Hallelujah. Sunday's night 61st Grammy Awards. Wonderful. Of course, that was last week Sunday, not this Sunday that has passed, the other Sunday. Pop icon Lady Gaga and country singer-songwriter Brandy Carlile both broke records. Wonderful. After becoming the first out winners in their categories. We want to kiss to Lady Gaga and Brandy. Congratulations for being the first out winners in their categories. Not that they're not the first, that they're not the first out winner. Sam Smith is gay, and he was when he sang his song Stay. I think, is this Stay? I confused the Stay he sang with Rihanna. Sorry. His song, even he's done it with Mary J. Blige, and he won 5 Grammys, and he was already out. He's properly gay, and he's even married. It's okay. Very nice. And so now Lady Gaga and Brandy have won in their categories. They're the first out winners in their categories. And we're going to see those categories. So Gaga, why is there no picture there? Okay. Gaga, who identifies as a bisexual, took home 3 awards. Wow, that's big time. Wonderful. Not only is she the first openly LGBTQ artist to win the Grammy in the Best Pop Solo Performance for her song Joanne, Where Do You Think You're Going? Lady Gaga is so hilarious. She has so many funny songs. I loved Judas and of course Born This Way. Very, very good song. It's the most scientific song in the world because scientifically we are born LGBTQ plus, and we'll discuss about birth. You know, when you're born, contrary to belief, people think that guys become gay, lesbian, bi when they grow up. No, it's at conception. It's genetic. The moment the sperm meets the egg, the person has become gay. If that person grows, they will come out gay. It's unbelievable. Trans. Yes, it is that true. Life truly begins at conception. I know those who don't support abortion are now happy. Yay! But let me puncture their balloon a bit early. It does not mean that you can't abort. Just because life starts at conception doesn't mean you can't abort. Because there are very many reasons why you abort. Abortion is for to stop pregnancy of a child that came out of rape or unwanted pregnancy, or a complication that may happen during delivery. So those are the reasons. So you've not killed a person. A person is born. Yeah. So once you are born, your life should be protected. But anything before birth, it can be terminated based on those reasons. And that's why I support legalization of abortion. It's better than killing a child. Yeah, it's better than killing a child. It's not that you see, people need to understand, people don't just abort because they want to, because it is allowed. No, it's because there's a reason. So some people abort because they don't want that baby coming. They don't have the money to take care of those children. Like people in America, they complain that why is it black women abort a lot? Yeah, they go to the Planned Parenthood clinics, and it's because they don't have the money to support those children. They are single mothers. Now where are they going to get money to take care of a kid? You already see Trump wants to remove social welfare. I hope he doesn't. Yes, you have to support the weak in society. You have to support them, because this mother, she cannot afford to have 4 children. But you can't stop her from having sex, because that's what makes her happy. Yes, do you know, if you deny a woman or a man or anybody his sexual freedom, you really oppress them. They can't even think well. That's why when you have sex, dopamine is released. Dopamine is a feel-good, it's a drug. It's like weed. There is no difference. That's why even weed is called dope. It's dope. It's, let me take some dope. Yeah? And then the other slang, it's dope. It's nice. It's a good feeling hormone that's released when you have sex, or even when you masturbate. Now, what does a good feeling do? It reduces stress. It reduces, it makes you happy. You're not have you seen people who are very much involved in sex? They are very happy. They are not, they are so carefree. That's what it does to people. Yeah. They love just living. They just do whatever they want. It's because of dopamine. It affects your brain. Now, when you don't do that, when you don't make love, when you don't have sex, it will have an effect on you. So you can't stop that woman and tell her that, oh, because you're having sex, you're having children. So what we want you to do, don't even have sex. Just close yourself. Of course, the thing you can give women and men, but mostly women, tell them to masturbate. Yeah. Encourage them to masturbate. Secondly, sadly, if you're not a bisexual woman or lesbian, then it may be a problem. But masturbate, even straight women can masturbate. Yes. I've seen a movie like that. So, yeah, straight women can masturbate. So, masturbate. But at the same time, if you want to have sex, have sex. And in case you get a baby and you don't feel like you can take care of the baby, you can go and abort the baby. Yes. Abort the fetus, not even the baby. Baby is born. You can't abort a baby. I will do another video today about the Aquarian. We are moving the ages. We are moving to the ages, and the ages are. Of course, the world already entered the Aquarian age. Of course, people it varies. Some people believe it was when Jesus Christ died, and that's a belief I can have. I have more than 2 beliefs about when the Aquarian age started, and I'll share that when we discuss. And what we'll discuss in that video is how language is changing, because the language is changing because the age is changing. We'll talk about that. Okay, so Gaga, congratulations. You see, Gaga identifies as a bisexual. Very wonderful. She's out. And you know, people think that when you just say you're bisexual, you're safe. No, you're not safe. Because somebody knows you're sleeping with women. So Lady Gaga sleeps with women and men. Or she has the ability to sleep with women and men. Because some people think that when you're bisexual, you must sleep with either. No, it's not a must. It's just that you can. You have the potential, you have the power. You see, she's a bisexual god. Yes, we are all gods. Some are lesbian gods, some are gay gods, some are bisexual gods, some are transgender gods, some are intersex gods, some are queer gods, some are questioning gods. Yes, there are gods who question. God asked Job questions. Go and read them. That's a questioning God. A God is always questioning his sexuality or her sexuality. And then you have ally gods, then you have pansexual gods, then you have asexual gods, gods who don't like the Muslim god Allah is asexual. He does not even cannot even release. Yes, they don't even call him a father. Christianity calls God a father, but that's the beauty of God. You know, the concept called God. And we're going to have a playlist in our theological channel called Concepts. Concepts. To show people that God is a concept. And concepts have, God can be a rainbow. Do you know God can be everything? LGBTQ+. All of them. Hare Krishna, my favorite handsome god of Hinduism, the blue god, he's a trans. He transforms to any sex. An avatar. He changes his avatar when he wants to have sex. Like when he wanted to marry, I don't know whether it was a man or a woman, he changed. He became a transgender. So, you see, Christianity and Islam, they can unite on the basis that Christianity worships a god, a male god. Whereas Islam worships an agenda god. And this god is the same one. So there's a time when he goes for Christians, he's a man. Then when a Muslim calls him, he's now a gender. He has no sex. Then when he goes to other cultures, like now Hinduism is okay. They worship any god. Yes. I remember one evangelist went to preach in India, and when he preached, they said, "Oh, you've given us a new god, Jesus, okay." And they continued worshiping the other god. And the evangelist was like, "But you're supposed to leave this god." He said, No, we've just added. Yes. So for the polytheists, they are okay because they add the god to them. Okay, so that's wonderful. So there's Lady Gaga. Wow. A nice dress there. And she's a tattooed her right arm. And I saw the performance of Shallow. Yeah, that was good. Now, Khalil, who identifies as a lesbian, congratulations, Khalil. There you are, a lesbian. She's out. If the whole world knows Brandy Khalil is a lesbian, the whole world now knows Lady Gaga is a bisexual. Congratulations. They are naked. And I'm going to do a preaching about this in the theological channel. Why did God create us naked? He wanted us to be ourselves. So these out people who are out, people who are out are actually, they have gone back to Eden. Yes, they've gone back to Eden. And they are now living their life. It's not easy living an out life. Oh my goodness. I know the war I go through for being out. Yes. There's a lot of pressure. People put you in, they try and twist you. They try and tell you, no, that's not how you should be. And you're telling them, this is who I am. And I'm happy with it. I'm very happy. That's my life. And so, you see, closeted people, they don't face that pressure and that war. That's why, even in the LGBTQ movement, majority of the LGBTQ persons are closeted. In China, there are 70 million LGBTQ persons. Only 15 are out. That means that 55 million are closeted. Compare 55 to 15. That is 4 times. 4 times the number. 1 out of 4 LGBTQ Chinese person is out. The 3 are not. You see how serious it is? So that's why you should really, I honor the out colleagues of mine. Yes, I really honor them, because they face a lot of immense pressure for being out, but they have to be. That's what I'm telling you. The beauty of being out, that's who you are. You've reached Eden. You're back, you're naked. I'm gay, so what? What's that? Why is that disturbing you? If you are having a problem with me being out, then you should be out. You see, the reason why people fight out people, they are not out. That's the problem. That's why I remember in the LGBTQ church I attend, that there was a discussion, and I remember telling people after the service that that's the reason why we have tension sometimes in the LGBT community. Majority of the LGBTQ persons are in the closet. They are not out. So what happens, the problem of this, there's internal conflict. The closeted one is fighting the out one because he doesn't want you to be out. Because if you become out, the closeted person feels like his life will be in danger. You see? And the out is telling the closeted person, you can come out so that we can show people that we really exist. We are there. So that's why there's that internal wrangling in the LGBT community, because the majority are closeted and they don't really support the out ones. But how I would advise or mend that conflict is tell the closeted persons, out people help you. They help you. They stand up for you. They are your messiahs. Yes, they are your messiahs. So they are standing out for you, to fight for you who is closeted. So that when victory comes, you who is closeted now, the pressure is even limited. Because the guy who has been taking in the pressure is the out one. That's the guy. The one who said, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm bisexual. That person has taken the pressure for you. He's your leader. He's carrying your burden. Because imagine, I understand why closeted people are in the closet. It's because we live in a society where they don't understand gay people. So they can even fire you. And when you're fired, you even lose your job. I mean, you lose your income. How are you going to survive? Life is very hard for you when you go through that. So you see why people are closeted. They have genuine reasons and we understand them. But what closeted people also need to know, out people are out to help them. They are helping them. They are the ones who attend, interviews. They attend. They go, journalists come and they talk to them. Yes, that's what you need to understand about the LGBT community. And the beauty, and even though there's victories, there are some people who die in the closet. Do you know that? And it's okay. For him, he's very happy to be in the closet. But the thing I advise closeted people, don't attack out people who want to be out. Yes, let them be out. As I've told you, some people die, nobody knows they were gay or bisexual. Nobody. What I mean by nobody, yes, some people it's nobody knows. Others, only the people they have sex with know. But the public doesn't know. Yes. As I told you, an asexual can be gay, bisexual, transgender. Do you know there are sexuals who just masturbate over gay porn, over lesbian porn? When they die, you'll just say this was a single person. We even don't know what their sexual orientation they were. Yes, that's a fact. And we'll talk about this. Sexual identity is another big issue in the world because people want to know sexual. You see, the problem of law is we like putting people in boxes. The law likes putting people in boxes for organizational purposes. Now, the problem is there are some sexual identities that are not able to be boxed. One of them is transgenders. Very, very tricky. Because a transgender can wake up tomorrow and want to become a man. And they have gone for surgery that they are a woman. Yes, it is very understandable. Very biological. Very. That's what I like about Argentina. Argentina, the ID card for transgenders, you're free. They have been given freedom. If they change back to be a man, they can go back and change the ID. So Argentina has adopted a very liberal way of dealing with sexual identity. Alright, I know I can talk about things. So there you are. Khalil has won and she became the first openly LGBTQ person to win in the Best Americana Album and American Roots. By the way, I Forgive You. I like that. So country. And the song The Joke. She also won a Grammy for Best American Roots Performance. Other award winners included queer artist St. Vincent, who won in the Best Rock Song and Best Recording Package categories for a track and album, both titled Mass Seduction. Seduction. And gay songwriters Benj Pasek and Shane McAnally, very lucky to be gay and have that name, who were honored for their collaborations on The Greatest Showman and Casey Musgraves Golden Hour, respectively. This year's out winners not only entertain the masses with their talents, but also use art to educate the masses and empower queer youth everywhere. You see, the purpose of the out winners is to educate the masses. Like Lady Gaga, Born This Way is the best song to educate the masses about LGBTQ. That lady should be honored forever. Yes, I really honor Lady Gaga like nothing because of that song. You know, I heard it and I didn't really pay attention to it until I started reading sexual science. That's when I said this woman is a genius. Because she understood. And look at her, she's bisexual. She was trying to understand herself. I like women, but I also like men. What am I? You know? And people say, you know, and she's in America where you have pastors who can tell you, no, you have spirits. We have to cast them out of you. And that's not the thing. It is who you are. I've told you sexual orientation is decided at conception. And it doesn't stop at conception. As I discussed, estrogen flashes can even influence your sex. And remember, sexual identity begins to grow from conception. and it develops as you grow up until you reach the age 20, 25. That's when now your sexual identity has been now sorted because the brain is now fully developed. So whatever you've done between age 1 and 25, if it is filled with a lot of lesbian activity or lesbian desire, you remain that way. It becomes very hard for you to so-called gay therapy. It can't work. It's done because sexuality is you. Everything, blood, bones, genes, brain. Brain is matter. All of that is forms your sexuality. So when you reach 25, the brain stops developing. So what does this mean? Whoever you are sexually, by 25 it's already known. And then you live your life. So that's what Lady Gaga did. She educated the masses and then it empowered youth. So I'm very happy for this Sarah Kate Ellis, President and CEO of LGBTQ Media Advocacy Group GLAD. She said this, yes, we are empowering queer youth. And right now, people need to understand something in the LGBTQ movement. We are going through stages. The stage is that we have realized we have queer youth. In the past, when we were queer children, there were no leaders. That's what you need to understand about the LGBTQ movement. That it is young in the sense that when the leaders were children, they never had leaders. You know, people like Ellen DeGeneres, she didn't have a leader. So basically, these new leaders, it's not that they started like orphans. Yeah. And it doesn't affected them. It just shows you how strong they were. Yes, I'm telling you, you even should honor LGBTQ seniors, old people who are LGBTQ, because they went through a tough time to be LGBTQ. That's why, have you noticed, these days you find old people coming out. It's because at their time they couldn't. You know? So you have to understand that. That's the reality of the situation we are in today. So, because in the 1970s, most gay people who are gay, they even married. But they lived very miserable lives because that's not what they wanted. They wanted to be with their fellow sex. But because of society, the pressure was so high, they hid their sexuality in marriage. This is why Alan Turing is a great hero, because he came out. Yes, he came out and he was arrested. Oscar Wilde, great man. Great man. He was a poet but arrested, even had a trial. So these were the out figures of that time. Majority were closeted. So the moment when Oscar was arrested, all the Molly houses in England were closed because now there was fear that they were going to look for gay men. You see? So you see how Oscar paid the price and how Alan Turing paid the price because he was arrested for who he was. That's a wrong arrest. You don't arrest somebody for who they are sexually. Yeah, you know, English is also a very tricky thing. We are going to discuss language later on. Okay, so that was a nice point by and then Janelle Monáe. I love this lady's music, very good, thoroughly high quality, and she is and from her great album, one of my best albums of the century is Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer. Oh my goodness, The lyrics, out of this world. The video, oh, I'm just like, I couldn't believe. Then when I just found out that she was queer, I said, yes, this is wonderful. Very, very creative work by Janelle. I wish she won. Actually, when I saw the list of nominees, I was like, ooh, I hope she wins. But she didn't win, but it's okay. But she sang a medley from her album. And then Ricky Martin sang along with Camila. You see, Ricky's still there. And then Miley Cyrus joined both Shawn Mendes and Dolly Parton, and the 2019 Grammy winners St. Vincent, Lady Gaga, and Khalil performed selections from their winning works. So, what I like about America and the music scene, you see, everybody's working together. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. LGBTQ plus planet. Let the LGBTQ community come out and blossom, and work together with the straight people, allies. Once that is done, you're an LGBTQ plus planet. America is an LGBTQ plus country. It's an LGBTQ plus planet. Every country that has allowed the gay community to come out, decriminalization, and even later gay marriage, those countries are LGBTQ plus planet. They have gone back to Eden. Yes, they have gone back to Eden. So that's wonderful. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for today. This was for the singers, and we're very happy to honor them that way.